Thanks for joining me for another video. In this one, we're going to talk about the sport application for the Axiom Pearl. We've seen it a lot recently in the PBA League and on a couple of the World Series of Bowling shows, so that should be some solid proof of its validity, but we're going to talk about where it belongs. I'd put the Axiom Pearl as a low 2-ball, high 3-ball. It's symmetric, but it's the strongest shiny symmetric on the market, and even in extreme situations where it could possibly be knocked down to the 4-ball spot, that would say to me that it probably won't see any use. There are a lot of times we all take balls to tournaments just to cover a certain base, not because we think we'll actually throw it. One of those I don't want to leave it at home, but it won't make it out of the bag type situations. That would be very high volumes and or longer patterns and or for very low rev and or high speed games. Now this isn't to say that the Axiom Pearl won't work in those situations, but you have to match several more things up than that. Because the two axioms are separated only by being a solid versus a pearl, and with the formula being nano-based, I wouldn't suggest changing the surface too much. If you don't like factory shine, sure, take it down to 3,000 or 4,000, but with the characteristics being early and smoother to begin with, you'll find, as I think you saw from the pros, that the Axiom Pearl already wants to naturally blend the lane quite a bit more than most pearls. The idea here, once again, is that the stronger formula will naturally help the ball blend the lane and slow down despite being shiny. Now, the shine still helps you get the ball down the lane, but hook earlier without having to add surface that would tear up the front part of the lane faster than a shiny surface will. If you leave it shiny or close to shiny, you'll have a much better pairing with the original Axiom too. Part of the problem with more difficult patterns is that people tend to use a lot of surface to get early traction and blend down lane. This can cause transition problems and trap you with heads that are dry enough to force you left, but a track that isn't developed enough to help the ball hook further down the lane or create any miss room. With a stronger but shiny cover, the Axiom Pearl will allow you to stay closer to the friction and avoid being forced to open your angles up too much, while still having pop down lane that you begin to lose the rougher and rougher you make the surface of a different ball. The Axiom Pearl is a perfect step down off a stronger sanded ball as transition begins to set in, and you have a solid and predictable amount of friction to work with. On the left side of the lane, you'll probably need to take the shine off. Even on softer sport conditions, it's probably too quick on the dry. However, it could allow you to employ some interesting angles that you would have more trouble working with other more responsive covers. I think you'll be surprised at its capabilities, so don't run right for the Aberlon after you drill it. The blend of shape and traction is quite unique. Thanks for watching, and may the strikes be with you.